Many people have been asking me, is the CJ the right person to head our judicial arm of government with her performance so far, the, since she has been appointed? And then others are saying, the new government, are they doing the right thing by trying to remove the CJ and replace her with someone else? To me, I am thinking along the line of democracy. What does democracy implies? What does democracy says? What does it mean for a country to be democratically ruled? What are the practices? The basic ones is that you allow the people to vote for someone to lead them, to preside over their lives. So, looking at judges, they are not like no one votes them, no one votes judges. A judge starts by going to school, do law, become a lawyer, being called to the bar, and then you serve for a number of years, become a judge based on certain merits. Yeah, all those terms, it's based on merits. I'm not taking that part of. Based on certain merits and favors. It's not only merits, we know how based on merits, favors, and in our jurisdiction, merit, favors, connection, and then influence of family being in past or present. So these are the basics things that qualify someone to become a judge, a Supreme Court judge, and then the ultimate position, that's the CJ, that's the Chief Justice. So taking all these things into consideration, you can see that the judge, under no circumstance, that the Chief Justice has to face the people of this country and tell them that vote for me because I can do A, B, C, D, and they agree and vote for the person heading the judicial service. So then, if we have to vote for a president, don't that president have the right to choose the people that will work with him or her to accomplish the promise he gave to the people who voted him in? The president, I think, based on democracy, which basically lets the people, the population, the populace vote for the president. The president have to go to them, present his the normal manifesto, present his manifesto, and the population look at the merits, this merit, like your they take deep, they go detail into your manifesto. Discussions are being made on radio and TV. People have to explain certain things. People have to ask questions on things that they don't understand. Then the president and his campaign team have to come out and explain each and every one for the people to understand. And then at the end of the day, they vote the president into power. So when you become president, you are representing the people because the people agree with you. Now, for instance, for Ghana, for instance, our president campaign, most of the things that the president, people voted for the president, is to curb corruption and arrest, prosecute people that looted the country, because the president manifesto and most of the things the people were preaching to the president campaign team members were preaching to the population, to the Ghanaian people, was that the past government had been deeply into corruption. They sold government lands, they award contracts to each other, they do things that they are not supposed. So much things, from stealing ECG properties to buying, selling government things to themselves, government properties to themselves. So this is one of the reasons why Ghanaians say, okay, let's vote for him. When he comes, he will do all this. If the president sees that the Supreme Court and the Chief Justice, because the Chief Justice and most of the judges at the Supreme Court were appointed by the past president, they are trying to favor the past president. Don't he have the right to remove her and bring up people that will not do favor to the past president and his appointees? If that's the case, what is wrong if the president is trying to out her? I think, according to democracy, yes. Other people are arguing that if you out this Chief Justice and then appoint a new person and take someone like of the previous government to court and then win the case, it will be perceived as witch hunting, and then it will not be as if the person was actually guilty. I don't understand that logic. I don't agree. I don't understand and I don't agree with that logic. Because if you understand law and if you listen to any judgment, if you don't want to be shallow minded, when they make a judgment when they prosecute somebody, and after they prosecute, they made a judgment, right? When they make a judgment, take the judgment and read, and then follow the law. If they err according to the law, then you can say it's not fair. But it doesn't matter who is there. I actually think that the Chief Justice, so far, she has passed with the pass mark of 60. She has passed. But the judicial system puts someone into jail. You don't put someone into jail with a pass mark. You put someone into jail with a correct score. And in that circumstance, with a correct score, the Chief Justice had failed. Say, shouldn't be someone managing our judicial system because she's not up there. The way she was appointed, the campaigns she has, the lobbies she has to lobby for her to be appointed, the arguments she made after she has been appointed and during her vetting. I just think it's silly for a Chief Justice to actually agree that her signature is an identity, but your birth set can't be an identity. When they were doing the argument about voters register, what you should be able to use to the documents you should be used to register for your voters ID card, this woman actually agreed with the verdict that voters ID card, your birth set is not a form of an identity, so you shouldn't use it to register for your ID card, your voters ID card, but you should be using passport, Ghana card. Meanwhile, the initial state of a passport and a Ghana card, they need your birth set. So if it is not an identity, why do they need it at that first place? When she made a judgment, when she preside over a judgment, she signs on with her signature. If I signs with that signature somewhere, she will say I have stolen her identity. So her signature is an identity, but her birth set is not an identity. Your birth set that has your mother's name, your father's name, your own name, your mom's occupation, your father's occupation, a place of birth, All those things. They can even trace your mom from her father's house, from your birth set. Her maiden name is there. All those things can't be an identity. When they say identity, I don't. That's a spirit. Chief Justice at all understand identity. Identity can be described. It doesn't have to be exactly in a form of pictorial. It can also be described. You can describe somebody and they will see the person and say, oh, this is the person they're talking about. That's simple. Birth set actually describes the person. The reason the picture is not there because you're a baby, and at the point of birth set, you will be a baby. And when you grow, there are physical differences between that person, the older person, and the baby. That's why your picture is not being placed on it. You see? So, madam, I think you have failed. Yes, I think you have failed. And I think if there's a better person, that person should take over. But look at our system here in Ghana. I'm afraid we will find somebody better than her. Look at the system that we operate in Ghana. I'm afraid we will find someone better than her. So say being there or not out of it, I don't see the difference. I don't clearly see the difference. And does the government actually want to jail the previous appointees, or he want to do the work? I'm not saying they are not corrupt. It's true that most of them were corrupt. But are your people going to be corrupt or not? If your people are also going to be corrupt, when there's a new government, should the new government out that chief justice and jail your people too? If you are going to work for Ghana, fine. But if not, I think you should let her be there. So all of you will chop the money and go, so that we will continue to suffer in this country. Peace.